Hello, my name is Sam Rambo. I'm a type 2 diabetic, have been type 2 diabetic for 10 years. I have not seen my A1C drop down into normal range since basically when I left the military back in 2004-2005. I was pre-diabetic until about 2010. And then in 2010, I had an accident where I fell off a cliff. And I actually came out of that gaining about 60 pounds. And when I gained the 60 pounds, that immediately pushed me into diabetes. And ever since then, my A1C has never been down at the levels of even pre-diabetic. I think the best I had ever seen maybe was like a A1C of 7. And I've seen as high as 12. My last, at the beginning of the year, my A1C was 8.3. And right now, 2 weeks ago, my A1C was 5.4. We're at a level that's actually below pre-diabetic. I'm actually into the normal range. 2 months ago, I started onto the keto diet. And my results of the keto diet in the past 2 months has been, I've lost 20 pounds. I've actually lost almost 4 inches around my waist. My blood sugars are just completely in control. And the thing is, we're eating a clean keto diet. Me, the wife is also involved with doing this with me, just so it works better. I love having the extra support there, and it just makes everything more unified. Well, in doing this, we've actually found a bunch of really good recipes out there. Like there's a YouTube channel called Keto Connect. I'll link it down below. But this YouTube channel, they actually have some really good recipes. I admire these people, and they come up with solutions that allow you to have really good, honest to God flavor and food, so you don't actually miss the diets that you were on before, or I say lack of diets, the American diet. So in doing this, I did a whole bunch of research. We're talking hundreds of hours of research, either between reading studies, watching YouTube videos. There's some that I'll link down below, like Dr. Ken Berry, Keto Connect, who else? DeLauer, Dr. Berg. I'll link them all down below. These are all some YouTube channels that you must follow. But the whole point of this video is to actually see, right now I'm two months into keto. I've seen some really good results. The only thing that's out of whack now in all my labs is just my cholesterol levels. My triglycerides are higher than they should be, and my good cholesterol is lower than it should be. They think in being a type 2 diabetic, you don't actually produce enough insulin. But in all the research that I found, it's actually just quite the opposite. You produce too much insulin. I'm telling you, follow some of these people below. Do some of your own research. Don't take my word for any of this. But you produce too much insulin. Within 2 weeks of starting keto, I was off insulin. My blood sugars were back into the normal ranges. And then, right now, one thing I do is once a month, I try to plan having a normal meal. So you don't lose your sanity. I schedule it. I don't sit there and call it a cheat meal. I call it my scheduled day that I'm actually going to go out and have a meal. And doing this, the first time, my blood sugars shot up, and they shot up to like 200, which I expected. I'm not eating keto. My blood sugars are going to pop up. Okay, I'll fast for that day, and I'll get back down. Boom, and I did. And I got back in ketosis in the next day. Now, this last time, I actually had a full-blown barbecue sauce, some beans, other good stuff that I miss and I crave every once in a while. And the interesting thing was, my blood sugar actually peaked at 156. And then 2 hours after eating, it was back down to 116. That's almost like I'm not diabetic at all. And then just 2 weeks later, I had my labs done, and my A1C was 5.4, which says you're not diabetic at all. I know I still have a long journey to go to lose this weight and to get down to my goal of where I want to be. But one of the big keys here, I think, is understanding that this is a journey. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. You know, I am extremely happy with the 4 inches around the waist. I'm extremely happy with the 20 pounds of loss, and I am ecstatic about my A1C being 5.4, because all the aches and pains that plagued me for years in my body have just disappeared. Now, the part that I think is really interesting is the simple fact that nobody out there is actually truly talking about what happens with keto and this new drug. And so the doctor started me on this today, and I'm going to give this a shot. You know, she told me that, okay, look, this thing is not supposed to act like insulin, which that's the last thing I want. I do not want insulin in my body opening up the cells and then shoving all the fat off my keto diet into my cells, because that's just going to cause weight gain. It's going to cause more complications, problems. It's going to cause my A1C to go back up because of the extra weight that you would be putting on. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to keep you guys updated. Anybody who wants to follow me, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit the bell. I'm going to try to do weekly updates on this and give you a status of how this is going with this Ozempic and a keto diet. You know, there's supposed to be some interesting side effects of this that are possible, you know, things with discomfort in your stomach and other things along that lines, which none of that bothers me, because let's face it, that was part of the problems you were having when you were type 2 diabetic. You know, that's nothing to me. My goal is get back down to my military weight, or about the weight I was when I got out of the military, keep my A1C below pre-diabetic levels, and then just reevaluate and see where I am maybe a year from now. So I will try to keep you all updated, you know, once a week. Go ahead, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification thing so you get notified whenever I actually post a new video on this. And I'll give you updates on my keto process. I'll give you updates on how I feel with the new drug. I will give you updates on everything else that's going on that I think that is actually of any interest. Other thing to note is, yes, I am still on metformin and I'm on a drug called Farxiga, but neither one of those seem to be affecting my ketosis at all. Matter of fact, I actually took my ketone level this morning and I was at a level of 2.5, so I'm very well into ketosis, and my whole goal is to stay in ketosis while also being on this drug, and I've been able to maintain ketosis no problem at all. So if there is going to be anything that happens with dropping me out of ketosis, it's probably going to have something to do with this, because this is going to be the only thing that's actually changing over what I've been doing for the past 2 months. Anyways, go ahead, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.